Flyers TV is sponsored by the Bay Hotel. Danny, how disappointed are you after tonight's result?
Quite disappointed. First period we were a bit sloppy, and I don't know why. We've been sloppy at times this year, but not usually. First period we come out and we're pretty sharp, but no reason. Just not hungry in front of the net right now. It's putting a lot of pressure on our game and just can't score. It's not from a lack of chances. We must have had 15, 20 chances right in front of the net. Just can't bury it. I think Hull's a bit hungrier in front of the net right now than we are. We see they get a couple chances in front of the net, they bury it. And that's the difference. And, a little lack of discipline there in the second period. Emotions got the best of us, and, we got to nip that out. That happens sometimes at, 3 or 4 5-on-3s. For 3-4 minutes straight, you're not going to win many hockey games. So, all in all, yeah, pretty disappointed.
Yeah, that game was lost in the first period. For whatever reason, we didn't have that pop in our step tonight. And we kind of survived that first 10 minutes. I thought we were all over, and we took some shots on net. It was looking okay. We go take a weak penalty, another stick infraction in our own zone. Weak. One of our defensemen getting turned. Next thing you know, we're in the box again. We're shorthanded. They score a goal. And all week we prepared these guys for the type of game that Hull was going to bring. I think that it's easy to look at their record. I don't know if guys are getting overestimating themselves in this dressing room, but they look at that and they think maybe it's going to be an easy hockey game. But the guys who've been around knew it wasn't going to be easy. And the Hull Stingrays, just in my opinion, clearly wanted those 2 points a lot more than we wanted tonight.
How do you keep the guys motivated? Obviously, when we go 3-0 down, 4-1 down, how on the bench? How do you try and keep the guys motivated?
How do I keep the guys motivated? I think losing a hockey game should be keep them motivated enough, because their job is to be here and win hockey games, not sit here and lose hockey games 4-1 to Hull Stingrays, one of our closest competitors, and first division game. If you can't get up for that game, then maybe you should question your desire to win hockey games. Long gone are the days that the Fife Flyers can show up for the last 10 minutes of the third period and go out there and win a hockey game and play desperate hockey. You need to play 60 minutes these days, or teams will punish you. And guys, there's a few guys took the night off, and I could make up excuses. There was guys that, couldn't have put that puck in an open net if the goalie moved out of the way. And in fact, from the bench, the goalie was moved out of the way a couple times, and guys refusing to shoot at an open net, trying to make a pretty pass in the slot. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know where the hungerness not to score comes from, but some guys better give their heads a shake.
Can't physically go out there and make the guys score goals, we're a bit perimeter right now. The amount of times we got the puck going on the wing, we just got nobody going to the net. Guys are hanging out to the side, and there's rebounds popping out and guys aren't there, and just not going to dirty areas. And you don't go to dirty areas. Not every goal is going to be a tic-tac-toe type of goal. You got to get ugly goals. Look at their goals. At their first goal we lose a stick on the PK. Stuff happens, right? Their third goal goes off a skate, but you know what? When you're hungry in front of that, you get those bounces, and if you get to those chances, you get more luck. And we're just not getting to those pucks, and we're getting one chance in front of the net, but we're not getting second and third chances, and it's because we're not going to those dirty areas.
In the second period, the incident obviously that saw Matt Nicholson thrown out the game, what was your view of that?
He's just coming in and sticking up for the goalie. Their guy made a little gesture to our goalie after a goal, which is it's a lack of respect. But that stuff happens. We lost our cool a little bit, and stuff happens. But after the fourth goal, we were able to kill the rest of that off, and still got time to get back in the hockey game. We pushed forward in the third period, but again, you're not going to win scoring one goal, and you got to be able to put the puck in that to win hockey games.
I think that as far as confidence-wise, some guys better have a gut check, because we're here to put the systems in place. We're not a cheerleader, not here to pat bums all the time and stuff like this and say how good you guys are. At the end of the day, our results are going to speak for this hockey club, and it has us sitting at the bottom of the table right now. We're carrying 12 imports, so there's not much room to hide. We've always been able to make an excuse in the past, and we're missing an import. This. We had 11 imports dressed tonight, and the guys just looked like they were waiting for somebody else to do it.
Going into the game against Dundee tomorrow would be great to have some revenge for the 2 games lost in the pre-season.
Those are pre-season games, but you look at Dundee's record, and it comes down to the same thing. Like if you look at like a Tendler, a Silverthorne, Doucette, these guys go out there and you see their names on the game sheets every night. You look at Sicchetti, Palestroni, the Russian, Bagrin, McPherson. All these guys are scoring points, and that's how they're winning hockey games. Dundee are involved in games. They're scoring 4 and 5 goals a game. You give yourself a chance to win. But we can't expect Kevin Regan to go out there and get a shutout for us night in, night out and win by 1 goal. We have to get hungry and put that puck in. To me right now, the hungriest guy looking to score a goal is Stephen Gunn. I don't think he played as particularly good as he did last week, but he had a couple good rushes. He drew a penalty, and we need to, as a group, find a way to put the puck in the net.
What was obviously Murray Hansen here tonight? What was your view of the incident with Matt Nickerson and Kevin Regan?
Oh, you know what? Like, this is a new official. He's cutting his teeth, out there. So he's going to have, difficulty keeping an overview of the game all the time. But you know what? The big thing is I'll hear people and they're complaining about, the officials did this or the officials did that. I've played here for 15 years, and we've never bitched about the officials before. So what gives our guys the right to go out there and blame it on the officials? We used to just put our heads down, get going, and get to work and not worry about it. So to make an officials an excuse on this, you know what? He's learning. Maury was here. He was watching tonight. I'm sure he'll make the right calls. I'm sure he'll look into the incident properly. And, we'll live with the consequences because I know it's exciting for people. I know people get a good old cheer out of it. I know people like the excitement of a bit of a scrum out there and stuff like that, but I'm not going to sit out there and turn the Flyers into a team that's it's great. You go see the Flyers win win a couple fights, but lose 4-2. I mean, at the end of the day, we got to find out a way to get this team winning hockey games, and it's certainly not the right formula right now. So we'll have to review it.
Tim, he looked to step off, but he made some good plays with the puck. And that's what he's here to do. But he's missed 3 weeks. He's not going to be game sharp. He's had a week of practice, and Jamie seems to be a bit away for now. So we're definitely not going to rush that type of injury. And when he gets okay by the doctor and he feels well for a reasonable amount of time, and we can get some exercise going, and then he feels good after exercise, then we can start looking at bringing him back in the lineup.
Going into the game against Dundee tomorrow, obviously hoping to get the 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, it's we've had these 1-game weekends, so we'll see how these guys respond. Test the character. It's we had an off night tonight, which is unacceptable at home, but there's a lot of games to go. So in this game, you can't feel sorry for yourself. I mean, it's early days, and we had a bad night, and we'll see how these guys respond tomorrow.